Hi everybody. I have some very kind people that say they miss me and I need to let them know I'm okay. Because I haven't making as many videos lately. And I don't know. I don't want to say poor me or anything, but sometimes I just don't know. That's my answer, is I don't know. But I have been busy. I keep myself busy. You know, I just watched a video about this past storm that so many people have been through. This storm. And then I could just talk to my uncle, too. I have an uncle who is 10 years older than me. And 10 years and 2 days older than me. And so he's like going to be 85 this month, and I'm going to be 75 this month. But anyway, I love my uncle. But anyway, there is a real thing called survivor's guilt. And so I kind of looked into that and I thought, that's what I'm dealing with. I am dealing with survivor's guilt. Because yes, I feel guilty that I am not one of the people that experienced so much wrath or something through the storm. And I kind of am one that feels like it should have happened to me and not the people over there. But anyway, so I got to get over that. And so I said, well, I'm going to get on here. And I told a couple of my people that write me emails, and I said, well, I'm going to get on and make a video tomorrow. And today is yesterday's tomorrow. And I'm just going to whatever I'm doing, I'll put it on video. Well, my desk is a blooming mess right here. And because there's stuff here that I've been doing, but it's just like stuff, you know? And so here I've been doodling. And this was fun too, because to doodle this, I have a little piece of cardboard. Well, I don't know what I did with my little piece of cardboard. It's gone like a gone goose. But anyway, I'll have to show you how I did this with that cardboard after I find my cardboard. But what I've been doing that I've been having extreme amounts of fun with is playing with this wool. I love stitching on the wool, doing different things with my wool scraps. And so, I got too much junk. This is just some people would call these pennies. Like they make penny rugs. If you look up penny rugs, they do something like this with what they call pennies. They make these little pennies. So I've been making little pennies, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might stitch this one right on here. But they're so, and because I'm working with wool, they become so three-dimensional. And this, like making little pieces like this, will be really awesome for doing on slow stitching pieces or anything like that. And so I just have pieces of wool all over the place because that's just what I've been doing. So, and I think that they turn out, you know, And my stitching isn't perfect, but it's just fun to stitch on wool. I am enjoying this so much. And I watched this one lady, you all might know her, Jerry Bellini. She's amazing. I love watching Jerry Bellini. But she went to the thrift store and she bought a whole parcel of woolen sweaters. She would just check the tag to see what they're made out of, and if it's like 100% wool, she goes, ooh, that's mine. No, that one's mine. She said she didn't like cashmere too much because it doesn't felt well. There's something on my cheek. But she buys the sweaters and then she washes them in hot soapy water, real hot soapy water, and then dries them in the dryer. Then they're felted. They felt themselves then. It's the shrinking process makes them felt, and that gives you a real nice texture of wool. I'm going to see if I can get somebody around here to carry me over to the thrift store, because I want to do that same thing. I want to look for woolen sweaters and I want to shrink them. I want to felt them. And then she shows how she cuts the sweater apart just to make panels of felted wool. And it's like beautiful. Now this here, I ordered this. I don't know if it's been felted or not. I really don't have a clue. It doesn't say on the Etsy store where I bought it if it's felted, but I don't think it is. And so I'm going to take some of my scraps and I'm just going to wash them in hot water and then dry them. But I don't think these are felted. I think they're just wool. Ow! Ooh. That knee. That knee belongs to an old person, not on me. Okay, anyway. So, then this is another one here. I've done quite a few, just little, making little elements that can go in a fabric journal or somewhere. But, yeah, I've been doing a lot with just the wool, and I am just loving it. This one here, look at there, I was stitching them on, and then before I got to my last row, I stuffed some polyfill in there and then finished stitching them just because I thought it was pretty. And then I got these stones are beautiful. I got these on a online auction. Becca McCullough. Becca is her name. And I got some of these from her, and I just love these stones. I put the stones on something else too. Do I have it right here? Oh yeah, see here. Now this is a cover for a journal. I don't have pages in it yet, but that I did. And then I put the chenille around the edge. I like working with the chenille. And then I put a cluster of those stones just in the corner. And I just love that. What this would look neat on is if I were to take and try to make like a little landscape. So if I have the water down here, like a river here, and then down here maybe a green for grass, maybe trees and stuff, but have those stones at the corner of the river. I think that would be just gorgeously beautiful. And then yes, I've been working with the chenille, and this is another pocket. This is a pocket that's going to go on a project bag. But here I've got the chenille on the edge. I put the chenille on the edge. I use this here is actually made for wool felting, but I found because the way the chenille works, this is my chenille I use. It's called Chenille It. And this is 5/8 of an inch wide by 40 yards long. But then you can get 3/8 of an inch by, this one's 25 yards, approximately 25 yards. And it's a narrow. It's 3/8, so 3/8 and 5/8 is how you can get it. Now I've been trying to get some of this stacked up, and I want to order some more colors, but it's a little, for me, it's a little costly, so I have to take my time getting this. Came with one of my it says stitch it, wash it, and you're done. So they suggest that you stitch it onto something and then wash it and dry it, and that's when it blooms. Well, there's some things I don't want to wash. There's some things that I just don't want to wash. So I use my brush here and brush it out to fluff it up. And so, but I think it had, oh, here, www Faux Chenille, FAUXCHENILLE.com. I want to go there. I haven't done that yet, but I want to see what all they have to offer on that channel. Oh yeah, Faux Chenille. See it right there where it says FauxChenille.com. Blooming bias. Explore the possibilities. No binding quilt finishes. Outline appliques, home decor and clothing, texture applications, and more. Stitch it, wash it, and you're done. But I love this stuff. And so, but see, now I took, on this one, I took a layer of the red, and then a layer of the natural color. And the red is 5/8 and the natural is 3/8. And so, but then, and I stitch it on down around the edge with the sewing machine, and then I take this brush and just brush it. And because it's cut on the bias, now you can make this stuff too if you have the right fabric. You have to have a fabric that's not a real tight weave, so like cotton and linen or something. But then I take and I just brush it because I don't want to put this in the washing machine, and most of the stuff I do, I don't want to put it in the washing machine. And so I just use this brush and I brush it and it fluffs it right up. I don't know, I might do something where I put it in a washing machine and just to see how different that does. But you can see how pretty that just fluffs up. If it will focus. Focus, focus, focus. And, but this will make a really nice pocket on one of my project bags, in my humble opinion. But so that's one thing I've been doing. So, and so I stay busy constantly, but it's like I am wishy-washy. I go back and forth with so many different things. Let's see. Here I still have all of my steel rule dies. I started buying steel rule dies years ago, and then after one time I got a whole bunch of steel rule dies from a friend who she bought her first cricket, her little baby cricket, and she says, oh, I love my cricket, I'm going to sell all of my steel rule dies. And so she did. She sold them to me for next to nothing. I took advantage of her because she's my friend. But anyway, you can use those steel. I got one that's just graduated circles, and one that's graduated hearts, different sizes. And so, well, I've got about I got a lot of steel rule dies. I mean, but these are two of my oldest ones that I have. I wouldn't part with them for love nor money, because they're so awesome. But see, now you can take, I love doing them with the wool because you get, it's thick. You can do this with just fabric too, but with wool, you've got a thickness to it, so it's pretty, it's beautiful. But see, you can layer them up, and look how pretty that looks, just like that, just layered. Let me see if I can find this, bring you closer to my heart. I guess, I don't know, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But see how pretty that looks, just layered that heart. And then when you start stitching around it, like right here I just put one circle here, and this one's another circle here, but then I put some bullion stitches on over there. But this one here I did with the blanket stitch, and I went around 2 pieces. But see how it looks, it just looks so pretty. And I'm just nuts about this here colorful thread that I use, which is Sashiko thread I get on Amazon. But oh, and then here I just cut a square out, and I went around that and then put a circle here and put a half circle here. Just cut one of my circles in half, and I have the other half that I can put on something else. And even when you're doing like this with the circles, I mean with it like that, even if I go with, put this on top of this the same color, it's and then if I do a blanket stitch all the way around, which this one I just did a whip stitch, which it looks just fine. The blanket stitch is probably, or some people call it a buttonhole stitch, is a little bit more fancier, I guess. And then I think I did some with a button in the middle. You see, I got a big fat mess here in my life. My life is a big fat mess. But anyhow, so now I have some circles cut out of different colors, and I'll put them together, and to make a penny, you make a penny. They're just, and back when this first started, the penny rugs, pennies were big, and so they use a penny to make their circle. And so, but you can use anything to make a circle, anything round, you know, lid to your medicine bottle, that's a pretty good size, and some other medicine bottles are bigger, so those things all come in handy. And so, but even if you stack all the same colors, it's still pretty. It's still, well, that one's a different color maybe. I don't know if it is or not, whatever. But I haven't sewn a heart yet, so I want to sew a heart. I want to tack a heart. And so, let's see my mess. See if I can find my mess here. If I can unmess my mess. But yes, it's just, I'm staying busy. Oh, and then another thing. Once I cut out the pieces out of a piece of wool, then this is the leftover, because that's what the die cut was, those four. I almost sold these one time. I'm so glad I didn't. But now, if I take this whole piece and like put it on another piece, like if I put this piece on top of this green and then stitch all the way around all these circles, and then maybe cut, in fact, I think I will do that. I can cut all along. I am going to do that on this one. Not right this minute, but at least I'll have it. This is how my brain works. It doesn't work well. It just bounces from one idea to another. Move my little hearts over there. Let's see, now if I take this, I mean this is like slow stitching on steroids, I'm telling you. Slow stitching can be so much fun and so relaxing and we need something like this in this day and age. Us over here actually in the United States of America, we're dealing with some storms and we're dealing with election time. That's enough to drive a person completely crazy. I'll be so glad when this election thing is over. Because I don't like them election things showing up in my emails or in my Facebook feed. I just want fun stuff. That's what I want. But anyway. But see, now if I take this and do a slip stitch, a whip stitch all around, then maybe put a button in the middle of each one, maybe put some little, I like to do these bullion stitches. Although mine are not very good. Mine are Scrap and Lizzie style. When you go to Scrap and Lizzie style, anything goes, and they don't have to be perfect. The girl that I watched do this, that I learned from about the bullion stitches and something, her name is, her channel is On the Other Hand. Adrienne Zurcher, something like that. On the Other Hand is the name of her channel. But she does a lot of this kind of stuff. And this is where from her is where I first started learning about this kind of stuff. But she's like a really real artist. She goes all around with her art and stuff. But boy, I can get some good ideas from her. But anyhow, and like this. Now what if I were to, I could go like this. Put like a circle in here. I could stitch that. See, I'm thinking of the ideas even as we speak. And then this one, there's not one. But you can just start adding these up however you want and then stitch them. And you end up with something really pretty. And this would make like this. It looks like a pocket. You could put this a pocket on your slow stitch journal. Leave the top open where you can slide things into your pocket. But it's just laid out here. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. In my humble opinion, and I think my humble opinion's worth something. So, but you can just take, let's see, can I put a knot there? Put a knot there. Now, so, and then you can just, I like using the whip stitch a lot, and I think it looks very pretty. And see, as soon as I start stitching, I can't stitch and think at the same time. But it doesn't take anything just to stitch. Just hold them two pieces together. And well, look at that. Elizabeth, why are you doing that? Look at that. I didn't realize I had that on the back of there. So, now that I didn't realize I had that on the back of there, I gotta uncut that. I mean, I gotta untake that. I mean, I gotta edit this out of this video. Well, I gotta learn how to edit. But, so let's, there. Put that over there. Oh, you could put a heart in the middle of a circle. Get out of town. Look at that. How pretty is that? You can do anything your heart desires is what you can do. You can layer them in any way your heart desires. So, Okay, there. Now we start take one, scene one, take two. Okay, edit, edit, edit. I just edited that out. Look at this. I got 4 fingernails on this hand and 1 on this one. Because I was digging through my dies. And the rest of the fingernails that are missing, they're in them dies somewhere. I swear, there are so many fingernails in this house somewhere. Okay. So I go in at the outside of the heart and then go inside for my whip stitch. And that way I can, if I start at the outside and go to the inside, then I can keep my stitches more equal. I don't get my stitches real equal because if I get them all equal, like I said before, then people's gonna think that that things was made over there in China. This is made in a US of A. Not saying anything about, China does make some beautiful things. And some people here in the States anywhere, because we got some pretty darn grumpy people over here in the United States. And they think that, if it's made in China, that we shouldn't buy it for some reason. We should only buy things made in the US of A. But I'm thinking, if we was to go through the Walmart or any store and remove everything that was made in another country and only keep things that was made in the US of A, do you know we'd have bare shelves everywhere? Because we import and export. And people buys things from us from other countries. So why? Oh gosh, okay, I'm not going to go into that grumpiness. People buy stuff, other countries buy things from us. It's not only us buying from China. And back when I was growing up, we would get things that was made in Japan. And so I remember my dad would complain, oh, it's made in Japan, that's why it's no good. So I guess in all generations there was someplace. Now it's China. We're not supposed to buy things made in China, but I have got, probably if I was to get rid of everything in my house that was made in China, I wouldn't have much stuff. Let me see. Made in China. Microwave and dishwasher safe. That's Papa's cup. Yeah, I steal his stuff. But, my house would be empty. I'd be naked. My clothes. This dress was made in China. I bought it from Temu. And I love my Temu dresses. I love them. I love them so much that I got one dress that I bought twice, but I'm going to give one of them to, I done told Lori when she comes, when she comes, I'm going to give her my double. And then she's going to put it on and we're going to make twinsy picture. We're going to make us a twinsy picture. Now look at this. Isn't that pretty? And no time at all, but there it is, and it's made. Can I fit that on that circle? No, that I would need a bigger circle. I could cut out a bigger circle. Look at there, you could even do that. There's so many things. It's just beautiful. Wait a minute here. See, I can take this now and put this on here, just like this. And put it right here in this corner. Just in case I think of something else to complain about, I can be stitching and complaining at the same time. No, I don't like to complain. I really don't. I do complain sometimes, but I try not to, because life is beautiful all the time. They're coming to take me away, ha ha, hee hee, ho ho, to the funny farm, where life is beautiful all the time. Hee hee, ho ho, ha ha. So anyhow, yes. Boy, I have been going through Pinterest so much, and then I click save, click save, click save. A lot of things saved on Pinterest that I want to do. Will I get to them? Probably not all of them, but I might get to some. So we have got a plan now. Last year, our family, we decided, of us in our family, which is 8 people that go in our family right here now, just the ones that are close by. Last year, we picked names on Thanksgiving, and when we drew names, we had to buy kind of a do-it-yourself kit for whoever we got whosever name we got. And we had fun with that. That was a lot of fun. And then, so now this year, my son was out of work this year has been a little bit of a tight year as far as funds go. My son was out of work for a while. My daughter-in-law was out of work for a while. It's been a sad year for us, just put it that way. And so we're now getting better. Things are looking up and we're getting better, and financially. But we decided, just last night at the dining room table, we get a lot at dinner time. We get a lot of talking done in there. But what we're going to do this year, we're still going to do, and we have, when we switched out last year for exchange our gifts of our crafts, then we did it after breakfast on Christmas morning, and that's what we did. We did our craft right there at the table, and we had so much fun. It was great. So now this year what we're going to do, because we're a little bit of financially embarrassed, we're going to do something, but we're not going to spend any money. We have enough craft supplies that we don't have to buy craft kits. So our main craft supply is going to be popsicle sticks. So in the middle of the table is going to be popsicle sticks. There's going to be glue. There's going to be glue guns. There's going to be buttons. There's going to be paint. There's going to be anything that we think of that's going to go in the middle of that table. And everybody is going to come up with whatever they come up with. And I don't know. It's going to be great. We're going to have fun. And last year it was so fun with all of us doing our kits around the table. Some had real simple kits. Some had a little bit harder kits. It was just fun. And so this year, though, it's going to be all equal. Everybody's going to have the same supplies, but what we're going to do, though, is everybody's going to be checking on Pinterest, checking wherever they can get ideas to do with popsicle sticks. And yarn too. I just thought of something with yarn you can do with popsicle stick. But it is going to be fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. And so, but we're just not going to exchange gifts at all. We might, of course, me and Papa will get something for the grandchildren. They'll all have a little gift of some kind. And, because they're children. And they deserve, and they're perfect. My grandchildren are the world's most perfect children. And they're the prettiest, too. My grandchildren. You all might want to argue and say that yours are the prettiest. And I'll let you be right. I'll let you be right on that. And, But yeah, that's what we're going to do for Christmas. I am looking forward to that so much. There, now look. And sewing through this wool is like sewing through butter. It is just amazing. I don't have enough thread on here to show you how. Well, I shouldn't really show you how I make these tendrils, but this isn't the right needle. I'll do these tendrils one time too, just because I don't really do them correctly. And you can make them as long as you want. I've done tendrils before, but it's been a while. But I started saying the girl that I watch making the tendrils, she's got a lot of special threads that she uses. And she knows the name of each thread. And she's got these like this with her threads on it too. And she's got it listed on there what kind of thread it is. But I wonder if I can, let me see. I don't think I have one here that is silky. You need the best kind is some kind of like a little bit silky. This is pretty nice. This here might work good. I'm not sure, but nope. I'll have to do that on another. As I gotta find the right needle too, because to do this you need. I think it's called a Michelina. No, it's not Michelina. That's the Michelina is the macaroni and cheese. Oh well, there's a certain kind of needle that you can get. Like this needle, you can feel it, and the eye is much wider than the shank of the needle. That wouldn't work, not at all. This is a dull needle, and this one too. The eye is much wider. What are those? There's a name for them needles. Yeah, this one isn't it either, and I have it somewhere. Now I can't remember what the name of the needle is. Where the eye is not wider than the needle, because you have to have. Yeah, you have to have them to be this not wider to be able to pull the needle through the what do I see there? Oh, a dog. It's my dog. So anyway, so we won't go into that today, but look how pretty. I could put that on here too. Whoops. So, and since I have so many different shapes in my dies, I can cut this wool to any kind of little shape that I want to do it in and stitch them on. And don't think about what you're going to use it for just because you don't have to. That's too much thinking. Okay, that's it. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop the line now in a minute. Maybe I am going to drop the line in a minute. I can't believe it's already October the 3rd. 20 days until I got 20 more days of being 74 years old. So I got to enjoy my last 20 days of being 74. I never dreamed I'd be 75 years old. When I was 16, I didn't think I'd ever be 75 years old. I thought I was going to be 16 for my whole life. But no, it didn't work out that way. So, because here I am, right around the bend of being 75. That's pretty old. That's about old as a tree.
Yeah, you're hanging up pretty good.
Do what, Papa?
I said you're hanging up pretty good.
I'm hanging up pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just open it up right here. This is Helen Steiner Rice, A Collection of Blessings.
I'm going to the road and back.
Okay, you go to the road and back. Maybe the mail is run by now. That would be wonderful if my...
Okay.
I ordered some more wool. It might get here today. But anyway, it says, I come to meet you. I come to meet you, God, and as I linger here, I seem to feel you very near. A rustling leaf, a rolling slope, speak to my heart of endless hope. The sun is rising in the sky, the waking birdlings as they fly, the grass all wet with morning dew, are telling me I just met you. And gently thus the day is born, as night gives way to breaking morn, and once again I've met you, God, and worshipped on your holy sod. For who could see the dawn break through without a glimpse of heaven and you? For who but God could make the day and softly put the night away? So that's a good thing to start the morning with, isn't it? I just love Helen Steiner Rice. I think I've told you that before. And so, it won't fit there. Put it. Oh, I could put that right there by my scissors. So I leave that right there at my scissor thing, and maybe I'll never lose it again in my life. And so I'm gonna just continue stitching right here. Just continue stitching, and just nothing. Just stitching for the fun of stitching. Just stitch for the fun of stitching. That's all. That's all you need to know. And I want you to know God loves you. I love you. And I send my hopes, excuse me, my hopes, my thoughts, my prayers toward to your direction. And hopefully everything's good with you. And make sure you send all of your healing thoughts and hopes, prayers to those who have been so devastated by the storm. I don't want to forget those people. It's like I do not want to forget those people. Okay, God bless and keep you, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless. And my mouse is, oh, it's right here, right where I left it. Love you.